still going to be mixing this section. So this Friday we have Black Hat Friday. Then for the next 2 Fridays we are going to have career mode. Okay, so Security Operations Center, SOC analysts are on the front line of cyber defense, detecting and responding to cyber attacks as they happen. So this is what they do. They are enterprise tools that I'll be looking at. I think I prepared a report for us, documentation, something I worked on. And you can also replicate the same thing. I'm going to share a Google link to that so that you can, look at it or get the resource for yourself and replicate the same. So it's going to be good it's going to help you boost your CV. And I guess before our next career mode section, we might look at certifications. Now, when it comes to their responsibilities, back to Security Operations Center, they defend against security breaches and isolate and mitigate security risks and continuously monitor and analyze security procedures of an organization. So this is what they do, continuous monitoring. Okay, I think I should have left this in third screen. Let me just share my third screen and I don't want to forget going back and forth. Now, sorry, right. So this is what the SOC environment looks like. So these guys, they make use of enterprise tools like Splunk tools, SIM tools like Splunk and Sentinel, firewall tools, asset management tools, asset inventory tools, and endpoint management tools and all that. So they use it to monitor just something like this. Most banks have rooms with stars like this, and some top organizations. Mostly organizations that are heavily regulated, mostly finance organizations. They do have this. In Nigeria, it's only I wouldn't say only, but in Nigeria, the organization that's mostly regulated is the finance organization. These other organizations, health sector, even the government, the regulation is not that high as it is with finance organization, because that's where the money is. But it's not supposed to be so. Every organization that deals with human data should be highly regulated. So you can go ahead and read more about their certifications. I'm going to drop this for you. They have D2 forensics. Now, these guys, if you see a movie where, let me say, there's a crime scene, there's an accident of some sort, then you see these people, they come around there, they talk, they come there with some team of experts who come to investigate the crime scene to find out how the crime took place or what happened. Okay, so you also have the same thing in cybersecurity. We call them digital forensics. So this field focuses on application and investigation to gather and preserve evidence from computing device in a way that is suitable for presentation as what evidence. So when a crime occurs, these guys are the ones that get the devices that are involved, investigate them. They can trace back crime to any cyber criminal. If you have information on hard drive that can serve as evidence and you delete it or format the drive, if given to these guys, they can use their security tool to extract the data from that drive and preserve it and present it as evidence. So my responsibility is to extract data from electronic evidence, process it into actionable intelligence, and present the findings for prosecution. So you can just read up on their certifications and the rest. There is governance system compliance. Now, this is the part of cybersecurity. I hope I'm not too fast. Please, am I too fast? Am I too fast? I might be fast. I hope I'm not being fast here. All right, so governance system compliance is a part of cybersecurity that is not so technical. So how do I mean? It's just like in the legal sector, like the lawyers. So what these guys, what they do is that they help companies, they coordinate the creation, review, and implementation of policies, procedures, and established by agencies that regulate companies. For instance, every finance sector in Nigeria is regulated by CBN, and CBN have policies and procedures that these banks must follow. Else, they will be fined. I think I even know of one that occurred last year. Some banks were fined, and they don't find them in naira; they find them in dollars and in millions of dollars. So that's why they have to be, very, very meticulous in following the regulations. So here the responsibilities can go and read up on that. Then security, system security engineer, the role of the job role of a security engineer is to develop, implement security solutions and test new security features. Okay, so this is their role. They design the security architecture of the firm. They have certifications and all that. Then here are some soft skills that are also required if you want to play in this sector. So cybersecurity must not only have technical skills but also soft skills required to grow and maintain our positions in the job role or an internship. So this is very, 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 very vital. So you have decision making and leadership as number one. You have communication and good presentation. So we are going to learn this communication and good presentation. You will see how you can communicate your let's say your findings. Okay, let's say you want to give a report. The best way to communicate your report to your superiors and mostly to executive. You know, when you have been employed in a firm, we have the C-level executives, right? And they are not technical, so they might not understand the technical jargons I might use. And let's say, for instance, you want to recommend that your organization starts using an asset inventory tool, to monitor and take note of the assets in the organization. You need to tell them why. You need to tell them what it does. You need to tell them the business and benefits that comes with having an asset inventory tool. Are we following? So this is something that you should do, right? Now, critical thinking, okay, very, very essential, crucial. When you run into a challenge and it's something that you not come across before, you need to learn how to deal with it or handle it through system thinking. Time management and personal effectiveness, very, very essential. Flexibility, adaptability, emotional intelligence. Please, if you are the type of person that says, there's this thing we hear a lot these days, however it is in my mind, I'll say, please, you don't do that in a corporate setting. I repeat, please don't do that in a corporate setting. It's going to be self-sabotaging. You are going to be hurting yourself with China's. And again. Okay, I'm trying to think I should do this instead. Just hold on, guys. Hold on. So it's not something you should do. Don't mind how you speak to your superiors. Don't just throw out words at them and stuff like that. All right, that's by the way. Then here are some platforms. Here are some platforms that you can learn free on the internet. Some are free, some are paid. So we have Try Hack Me, we have Hack the Boss, we have Cisco Networking Academy, we have IBM, we have Proximensal, we have Cyber Mentor, we have INE Hackeri. So most of them are paid, just very few of them are free. Okay, mostly the ones on YouTube and all that. And we also, our community has a free resource that can also help you start out your journey in cybersecurity. And here are a list of professionals I can connect with. Okay, so if you want to connect with them, and here are a list of communities you can join on Discord and Twitter. Okay, then staying up to date with cybersecurity. Here are a list of articles and podcasts that you can follow as well. All right. Then Here is the list of YouTube channels as well, recommended for beginners. I have Akawa, Alexa, Server, Academy, Z Security. Then finally, conclusion. Forage. Forage is a platform where you find free virtual work experience programs on this platform. On this platform, you have access to uh, model work samples that would help you build your work skills. So you can also use this platform to build your skills as well to get job experience. So when you see roles that require that you have 3 years, 4 years, 5 years experience, you already have an experience from this. Then because the things that like I say, the projects that we're going to work on, they are real life projects. They are something that is being used or implemented by organizations. So it's something that you can put in your CV and get your checks and say, yes, I have an experience. Even if you didn't do it in a corporate setting. Because you can use our community as your place of intention. Okay, fine, I'll recommend it. As long as you're a serious person and you really want to get this done. So in conclusion, before we jump into our work for today, cybersecurity is hard and boring. So yeah, you had me. It's hard and boring, but all it takes is to be an industry expert is effort and time. Okay, effort and time is all it takes for it to be an industry expert. So put that in. Remember to always stay up to date as industry makes you a lifelong. Then okay. Now see you at the top. I hope you find yourself helpful. You can also connect with me on socials via these. So I'm going to send this documentation to you as well. Now, going over to what we have for today. I think until now, it is now. All right, so let's proceed. Now, today we'll be looking at asset vulnerability management. So this might sound, do I say alien to you, but it's something that is assets vulnerability management is let's say a service that every organization will always need. Okay, so in this project, you will be making use of a Qualys VDMR. So we are going to be implementing Qualys VDMR for a startup that's called Novatech hybrid environment simulation. So this doesn't highlight. I hope you can see my cursor. So I'm implementing Qualys VDMR for a startup Cloudnova Tech hybrid environment simulation. All right, so what are the objectives of now? I want you to learn something. I'm not trying to like say lecture you. I'm just trying to expose you to something that you can use as a template to work on your own project. And I would like us to do this project. As a matter of fact, anybody that does this project and submits it before our next meeting, or okay, I said next week Friday will be Black Hat Friday. Okay, before our next let me use this Friday. Something before next week Friday. I'm going to come to yours, and I mean I'll be hoping to mentor you. I'll see as someone who really wants to do this and is committed to it. Okay. So this is something for a blue teamer. And I'll also say something here. I've realized, okay, from personal research and information from industry experts, thought leaders and mentors, I've noticed that in Nigeria specifically, we have more blue team roles than red team roles. Or would I say organizations are mostly in need of blue teamers than red teamers. All right. So That's why it looks as if most of the projects we're going to work on is on blue team. But we'll also be doing uh, a lot of things on red team with our Black Hat Friday. But for this career move, we're doing a lot of projects on blue team. And I'll showing us a lot of things like how to, start for job, how to put together a CV, okay, how to, you know, approach interviews and the rest of them. So we'll be looking at that. But like I said, this is, and we are going to take our time, no rush, yeah. So like I said, today we'll be looking at asset vulnerability management. Assets. When you hear the word asset, an asset for someone else can be a land. Land is an asset. If you have a vehicle that is a commercial vehicle, that's an asset. Okay, you use it for commercial purposes. Take people to their various destination and they pay you. That's an asset. But assets in the digital space are your devices, your digital devices, the corporate laptop, that's the company laptop, desktop, network infrastructure. All those things are assets to the company. So we are looking at this asset and vulnerability management. So we want to look at how we can manage the vulnerability that exists in these assets. Because don't forget, hackers exploit vulnerability. I told you guys previously in our last meeting that what vulnerability is and what an exploit is. So vulnerability is any weakness that exists in let's say network or system, while exploit is a code that is written to exploit or to take advantage of vulnerability. All right. So please still let me still let me know if I'm being too fast so that I can, or if you have questions as well, you can ask. All right. So back to the objective. I hope we are now on the same page, right? So give me a reaction if you're on the same page. If you are following, very good. Nice one. So that's great. That's great. Thank you, Christian. So I'm glad to know that you guys are following. All right, so let's get the objectives here. Sorry guys, give me a minute. So sorry about that. That was from the meeting I told you guys about. But it's fine, it's fine. So let's go. Now, objectives of this documentation. The first is I want to learn how to implement Qualys PDMR. So how to deploy this in our network infrastructure. Then discover and classify assets. We are also going to learn how to discover and classify assets. So this documentation I have here now is just like, let's say it's you preparing something for C-level executives, okay, so that they can adopt this solution. Do you get? Can also be used, to fill up your portfolio as well. So this documentation can, has more like a dual purpose or multiple purpose. Now, discover and classify assets, identify vulnerabilities as well. We're going to learn how to do that and provide actionable security recommendations by the end. So you see, would give them a walkthrough on how to implement this and how to identify and classify assets, which is very necessary, and then identify vulnerabilities and provide actionable security recommendations. But that's also another essential or crucial thing. Security, um, sorry, organization leaders need. They need to know what to do next. Showing them the solution is not all there is to it. All right, on to the next. Sorry, if I network is quite bad. All right, so Police Community Edition. So if you click on this link, I'm also going to drop this documentation for you guys, and it's on my LinkedIn as well. Go to my LinkedIn and get it. Sorry, don't mind me, but you can follow me on LinkedIn, yeah. So I'll drop that as well. You can follow me on LinkedIn on X. I will need that. Then this is hyperlinked. It's going to take you to their website. So it's a free cloud-based security platform designed for small organizations and professionals to manage vulnerabilities. I seeing it, secure web applications, and get visibility into hybrid IT assets. Now, don't forget, this organization is looking to implement this Qualys VDMR, okay, for like a hybrid environment. They used to be on site, their staff used to be on-prem, but now they are looking to have remote staff. So they want something that can help them, manage their assets. So that's where this guy comes in. So it's a free cloud-based security platform designed for small organizations and professionals to manage vulnerabilities, secure web applications, and get visibility into hybrid IT assets. So it offers a subset of enterprise Qualys cloud platform features, including asset discovery, vulnerability assessment. Now, this Qualys now, okay, gives you enterprise. When you hear the word enterprise, it's just like pro plan or premium plan. Okay, it's enterprise grade. It's a subset of the enterprise Qualys cloud platform, which features include, sorry about that, asset discovery. Okay, to discover the assets in the network. So if you don't have assets, if you don't know the let's say the number of assets you have or the ones that are vulnerable, you wouldn't be able to protect it. Don't forget in our previous section, I told you that I gave you a practical example of a security personnel who is who has been employed to guard an environment. So if the security personnel is aware of only one gate, without knowing that there's another gate, let me say behind a compound, sorry, at the backyard, that is going to serve as a vulnerability. So that's why we need this to, carry out or do asset discovery. Then we also have vulnerability assessment. Also, that's what it does, one of the features. And then for 16 internal threat, external assets, and one web application scan and what cloud view. So this like you get one web application scan and cloud view for a free version. So here are the key usage. One is vulnerability scanning. So you're going to identify, it's going to help you identify security gaps on servers, workstations, and network devices using traditional scanning or cloud agents. Okay. Second one is web application security. So it scans one web application. Sorry, web application security scans one web application for up to top 10 risks, including SQL injection, SSS, asset discovery, secure configuration, certificates, and cloud management. So these are the things that it can do for you. Sorry guys. So what are enterprise assets? Now this guide is going to help you for real. Okay, this guide can help you and also put you through. I really have to go now. I am so sorry. Our meeting is meant to end by um 8 p.m. but I really have to go now. So do you have any questions so far? So if you are still confused about the CTA, that's the call to action. What I want you guys to do now is to work on this project, um, mirroring my own documentation. So I want you guys to learn how to, document a project in such a way that uh, C-level staff or officials can understand and as well flow with what you are doing. And also, a project like this is employers find it very impressive. I'm not just giving you an info, something that is random. This is how will I put it now? This is a privileged information. I actually learned how to do this from someone who has spent years hiring cybersecurity staff. Okay, he's actually a mentor to me. So he taught me how to do this, and I'm giving it out, and I'm giving it out to you guys for free. Okay, because they're members of our community. So I would like you to take it very serious. So I want you guys to work on this project and following the guide, which I'm going to provide in the group. And I think that's it for now. So do you have any questions, please? Do you have any questions so far? Any questions? I'll take 1, 2. All right. So in the absence of no question, I would like to once again appreciate everyone that joined us for this section. So apologies we didn't stay to the end of the call. I really have to go now, but I really appreciate it.
Please, one more question, sir, please.
All right, Desmond, can I go ahead and ask a question?
So it's
Okay,
I joined the meeting late. I don't know how I can
okay,
be recorded from this class. The application I need or require to be this because the project is so impressive.
okay. So you are in our WhatsApp community, right? Are you in our WhatsApp community, Desmond? I can't hear you, but if you are in our WhatsApp community, I'm going to drop every resource that we use tonight there. And this meeting is recorded, so you are going to get a replay of this meeting. All right.
Thank you so much, sir.
All right. I appreciate it. Thank you for joining.
Good.
All right, guys. I'll see you next weekend for Black Hat Friday. We have a lovely weekend, and stay blessed. Keep it in the effort. I'll see you at the top. Enterprise assets. So, okay, they are assets. Okay, let me not use the word assets. They are more like God, I can't find another one. They are the assets of an organization. Example, a corporate laptop, desktop. Like if you go to work in a bank, if you go to a cashier, the cashier has a desktop there. That desktop doesn't belong to the cashier, it belongs to the bank. So when the cashier is employed, they tell the person, all right, you'll be working here. So there are resources provided for the cashier. So that desktop there that she's using is an enterprise asset. That's an example. I don't know if that answers the question. All right. Thank you so much, guys, for joining. I would see you next week Friday. You have a wonderful weekend. Bye.